I'd been secretly in love with a girl for almost 10 years. People say mutual crushes are the purest kind of love, but if either of you ever says it out loud, it's really just two idiots being afraid. Her name was Olivia, mine Ethan. We weren't childhood sweethearts, just classmates in elementary school. I was quiet and shy. She was the kind of girl who seemed made of sunlight, bright, open, the kind of smile that felt like summer. We barely spoke for years, until one day in 6th grade, two boys in class dug through her backpack and pulled out a pack of pads, waving it around while laughing. I didn't think, I just ran over and shoved them. They beat the hell out of me, left me with a bloody nose and bruises. I was humiliated, but when she ran to me crying and helped me up, her tears landing on my hand, I felt, for the first time, like I'd done something that actually mattered. Our parents got called to school that day, and somehow, they became friends. We lived close by, and soon both families started having dinners together. The adults would laugh and joke. "If you two are still this close when you grow up, we'll just arrange the engagement now." Every time, my face would burn, and she'd just smile, poking at her cake with a fork and sneaking little glances at me. From then on, we got closer. Same middle school, same high school. By senior year, we were in the same class, seeing each other nearly every day. She cut her hair shorter, got bolder, more confident. During our first year sports meet, she broke the school record in the girls' 100-meter dash. The sun hit her face as she smiled, and I clapped so hard my palms hurt. From that day, the whole school knew her name, and mine got dragged along too. Everyone teased that she must like me. I laughed it off, but inside, I kind of hoped it was true. Then everything fell apart. Someone posted anonymously on the school forum, claiming she was flirting with several guys at once, even attaching blurry, obviously fake photos. The comments exploded. She stopped talking in class, shoulders always tense. I couldn't stand it. I wrote a long post defending her. Instead of helping, people mocked me. "Look at the simp losing it." The school eventually found out it was all lies, but that word, simp, stuck with me. She found out what I'd done, chased me down after class, and whispered, "Thank you?" I grinned and said, "No big deal. I'm your bro, right?" She looked at me. There was something unreadable in her eyes that in our second year, we became friends with a couple, Jake and Lily. The four of us were always together, movies, burgers, the Ferris wheel. I'm terrified of heights, and halfway up I'd always shut my eyes. She pinched my arm, laughing. "You big baby." I'd glare back. "Keep laughing and I'll puke on you." She'd laugh even harder. That winter, we were walking through snowy San Francisco. She reached out her hand to catch snowflakes and said, "Ethan, do you know what snow feels like when it lands on your palm?" I stared at her hand, pale and soft like the snow itself, and said quietly, "Like gentle electricity." She froze, then blushed. "You've gotten good at sweet talking." I didn't sleep that night. Every smile, every tiny glance from her replayed in my mind like a movie I couldn't stop watching, but I never said anything. I was too scared that once I did, even friendship would be gone. After high school, we both got into universities in Los Angeles, different schools, same city. During the first few months, she'd message me often, complaining about cafeteria pizza or boring lectures. I'd reply, "Then come to my school next time, we'll get real burgers." She came. I took her to In-N-Out. She said it was too greasy, so I picked off the extra cheese for her. That small, quiet gesture felt more genuine than any confession I could ever make. One afternoon in spring, she called me suddenly. "Ethan, I'm at the hospital." I almost dropped my phone and ran straight out of the library. Turned out it was just low blood sugar. She was fine. I found her sitting on the hospital bed, eating an apple, looking completely unbothered. I crouched down and whispered, "You scared the hell out of me." She rolled her eyes. "You're the scary one." When the nurse came in and asked if I was her boyfriend, I didn't even answer before she laughed and said, "He's my son." I nearly choked out on the way home. She fell asleep by the window, the sunlight warm on her face. I watched her the whole ride and thought, I wish this road would never end. Before winter break sophomore year, we took the train home together. As the train passed through the empty hills, she looked at her reflection in the window and asked, "Ethan, what does it feel like to like someone?" My throat tightened. Maybe it's when thinking of them makes time slow down. She smiled. "Do you like someone then?" I turned to look out the window, pretending I didn't hear. After that, we talked less. She got busy with student government. I worked part-time jobs. She started hanging out with a photography major named Aaron. He took her pictures, and soon her posts were full of him. I didn't know how to deal with it. Every photo felt like a small stab. So I distanced myself. Acted cold. Eventually, we stopped seeing each other. That year, I only saw her once, her birthday. Jake and Lily planned a surprise and dragged me along. She opened the door and froze when she saw me. I handed her a small gift, A necklace, she smiled. Thank you. We barely spoke the rest of the night. After graduation, we lost contact completely. She moved to New York. I stayed in LA. Sometimes I'd see her photos online, coffee shops, city lights, winter streets. She looked happy. Every time I saw her name, my chest ached. 3 years later, Jake and Lily got married in Santa Barbara. I was one of the groomsmen. She was there too, in a white dress, soft smile. When our eyes met, she nodded. The whole world went silent for a second. During the reception, Jake raised his glass and laughed. Ethan and Olivia, 10 years of mutual pining, huh? Still pretending? Everyone laughed. She lowered her head, smiling. I laughed too, but my heart felt hollow. After the party, it started raining. She stood alone in the parking lot, holding an umbrella. I walked over and said, "You still owe me in and out." She smiled. "How about now?" We found a small diner. The lights were dim. Rain tapped against the window. She asked, "How have you been?" I said, "I'm okay. Work's been busy." She nodded. "You've changed." I laughed. "How so?" She smiled faintly. "You used to look at me a little longer." My heart cracked right there. After dinner, she said she had a flight back to New York. I drove her to the airport. Before walking into security, she turned around and said, "Ethan, sometimes I wonder, if we hadn't been so stubborn back then, would things have been different?" I froze. Before I could answer, she was gone. That winter, I stood on a Los Angeles street watching snow fall for the first time in years, and thought of her, catching snowflakes in her hands. 10 years. We went from classmates, to friends, to people who missed their timing, and became chapters in each other's lives that can never be deleted. Later, I got her wedding invitation. She was marrying Aaron, the photographer. In the photo, she looked so gentle, so at peace that I didn't go. I just wrote on the envelope, "Wishing you a lifetime of happiness." The moment I dropped it in the mailbox, I finally understood, sometimes you can pour your whole heart into loving someone, and still end up watching from afar. That night, Jake called me. "You okay, man?" I smiled. "Yeah. As long as she's happy, I'm good." He sighed. "You're an idiot." "Maybe," I said. "But maybe that's what love really is, wanting someone to be happy, even if it's not with you." After we hung up, I drove to Santa Monica Pier. The wind was cold, the waves loud, but I smiled anyway, because I knew, wherever she was, she'd still remember that shy boy who once fought for her on the playground. That love never bloomed, but it taught me what real love means. No expectations, no demands, just quiet affection and a sincere wish for her happiness. 10 years of unspoken love, like a movie that finally fades to black, but I'm still sitting in the theater, watching the light that once belonged to her,